Hello.
Hello.
So,
Oh,
let's at each other.
oh no. I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're not going to get up there uh, without flow, but you can just walk out of that location from this side.
Oh,
Uh,
hey.
I would say it's always nice to do any practice in normal matchmaking, because then we also get some BP and gear coins while while doing stuff, and also good for some training with ping and things like that.
I don't really care. I mean, we can go to matches. I don't really care about BP or gear coins. I'm not
Yeah, but
really
it
cosmetic.
still helps a lot for a general sense of anything with battles.
Okay, so oof. Oh, you've got good ping actually.
Yes, I'm known for having one of the best pings in Europe.
Oh wow.
So yeah, what is the thing you most want to learn, by the way?
Well, of course, I think everybody wants to learn to fly, but I just want to learn combos kind of right now. I'm getting my strapper cut and anti-air.
Okay. I would say let's first do a sparring session, then I can see how you're
Okay.
doing. So, important to remember, focus on dominating the center of the battlefield.
Okay. Ooh. Oh. Oh man.
I have to say, you're really doing well. At the beginning, I was holding back quite a bit, but I'm pushing my pace up a little bit more and more, and you're still keeping up.
Well, Blitz are used to play really pace on me.
Yes, I know how Blitzer plays, and Blitzer isn't the kind to hold back. So I can
Yeah.
totally understand that you basically had quite a strong opponent to practice on. But still, with your BP, I expected not this much strength. So I would say you're doing amazing, but I might definitely be able to teach you some interesting moves.
No.
And
I don't
hello everyone, hi Dizzy, hi EDG.
Are you streaming?
I try to stream almost every session I do. Hi
Oh.
Crop Grop. And
Hello, stream. Oh no.
not feel trust.
Oh.
Okay, if I go full chambering combos, then one thing that is definitely still something you really have to work on, and that's staying in the center. That's priority
Yeah.
number one. Not destroying your opponent. Stay in the center, because if you're not in the center, you're just gonna fall off.
Okay. Thank you.
But this helped me get some idea about your skills, and I would say your general skills are really good for your battle points. Let's see. With 2 hits and 3 hit combos, how far are you with that?
I only know these. Oh. And the sharp cut. I mean, I can also do this. And like
Okay, well, you can do all the 2 hits without problems, I see.
the basics.
Although, can you show me your stropper a few times?
Well, I'm on client, so it's easier.
I will say, try to slow down as much as possible. Don't try to be fast, just try to be accurate. And that also helps me see your form a bit better. And I can already tell your stropper is quite good, but it might still be nice to have a better pre-pose, because your basically already at the pose you're just extending a bit to trigger it. And one thing that can help is instead of extending into the straight and then rotate, is a pre-pose that is basically already on the location, either downwards or upwards, where the only
Oh.
thing you do is a wrist rotation.
Oh.
So you first aim down. Just give yourself some time to get ready, and then basically trying to rotate into an uppercut, where you do in between the rotation a straight. So you go to the uppercut, but try to pass through the straight.
Oh. Okay.
A reason why you want to learn that, by the way, is it's going to help you a lot with the kick straight uppercut. Because this motion, if you start a little bit lower, it's kick straight uppercut. Proper kick straight uppercut. Give yourself some time. Just wait on that location. And also when you're practicing, practice it in the middle of the ring. Because you always want to learn the awareness of the battlefield. And you were already really close to the edge. Always get your mind on dominate the center, even in training.
Okay.
Keep it close to your body. The uppercut is not all the way extended. Find the closest spot to your body where your straight is working. That's the location. It's not about speed of your wrist. It's actually quite slow and subtle. It's all about the accuracy. Nice. Now try to start with that hand lower. So basically do kick and then the same motion, straight uppercut. Like that.
Oh.
Again, don't worry about speed at all. It's all about the fluency of your move. So you can really do it as slow as possible. And remember, dominate the center. One practice I do to train ambidextrous RTS is flicking a disc and then doing RTS ambidextrous. You can see how effective this is because you can only use one side of hold. You guys are talking about ambidextrous play. Yeah, I should also invest a bit of time again in ambidextrous play. Yeah, it's looking quite smooth. Nice. Now also try to get a bit of control about when you do it. For example, I can use this cube to go over by just delaying when I do it.
Okay.
Because if I do it immediately... Oh, it's actually a railgun there. But if I do it immediately, then I will just hit the cube in front of it. But if I delay, it goes nicely over. And it's always good to have a bit of control. Where do you want something to land? And try to still do it in one motion. Because the nice thing about this move is it's just one motion going from down to up.
Okay.
And everything you want to do has to be on the least amount of energy. Because with the least amount of energy, you can do a lot more without tiring yourself, without straining your body. So you can basically fight a lot faster. Remember, your uppercut is not all the way over here. Minimal movements.
What?
Yes, you notice. I was wondering, will you notice? Or are you gonna fall off? Always
Eventually
be
I
aware
fall
of your
off.
surroundings, even in training. I would say this is more than enough practice on this. Doing something endlessly over and over is not going to improve yourself, because for improvement you need two things. Your muscle memory only kicks in with training and sleep. So you can train as much as you want, but unless you wait until tomorrow, there will not really be any muscle memory extra being trained. So it's better to just
Okay.
go to different moves. I would say that's a really good free hit combo to learn. But maybe let's do some things like this move. Spawn a ball, put explode on it, and then uppercut straight. You have the time to wait. Because if you're too fast, the attack will actually go over your opponent anyway. So you want to wait a little bit, and the nice thing about waiting a little bit is you have the time to put the explode on it. I would say first practice it without the explode. Just spawn a ball. Just give yourself some time to let it fall down. Uppercut straight. And it does help while walking forward. This isn't needed,
Okay.
but with any move, you usually want to dominate the center, and every attack you do will push you back. So as long as you're walking forward, you will compensate for the knockback. Don't wait until you see the uppercut working. Trust yourself. The uppercut is going to work no matter what. When you have a failed attempt, just stop for a moment. Give yourself some rest. If you immediately, I need to do it again, you're not going to focus on the improvement. So when it fails, just give yourself some moment. Okay, and now I'm gonna do it again. I learned that lesson the hard way, lol. Yeah. Most of us learned these things the hard way, including me. One of the nice things about this combo, by the way, it's quite fast, but it has quite a long preparation. But where you aim to prepare it at is not where you have to aim the attack at. So basically, I can... Oh, person was over there. I tried to hit him, but he's moving over there. You can rotate into the moving target. So I'm just gonna walk around.
And I'll hit you.
I would say I'm gonna normal walk. Just try to aim towards me. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Explode is quite powerful, but that's why this is quite a good move to practice.
Okay.
Try to anticipate where I'm walking to and aim towards that.
Well,
That was a good one.
I'll go back.
That's a good one.
Finally.
Nice. And also, this attack is quite good against someone that sets up a
With
wall. If the person is really walking forward while doing stuff, they might get hit by their own wall.
Okay.
The nice thing is, for me, this is also a little bit of practice.
Grabbing so many balls.
Trying to catch multiple things without breaking something. Which is quite important in my playstyle. Get good at. Well, a stropper also works. The timing is a lot harder. So for this I really advise to get good at the uppercut straight.
Oh. I'm alive.
It's only a wrist rotation that is needed. Just like a stropper. When you're at the right location. Nice catch.
Nice hold on.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know about this combo, the low disc.
No.
No, it's not grounding something, which also works as an attack. But this specifically is a little bit fast to spam, which is disc and then parry.
Oh.
The reason why this works is when you parry, you stop its current momentum. But a disc, the way a disc spawns is it gets first upwards momentum until it reaches the right height, and then it gets forward momentum. If you parry it in its upwards momentum, it stops that momentum. But the forward momentum is not stopped. Some advice from this pose? You don't have to really move your hands, because your hands can be desynced in position and it still works. This is still a parry. So you don't have to move your hand. It's only a wrist rotation from the disc pose. And try not to look at your hands. Always look at your target. Feel free to use me as the target. I don't mind.
Oh. I don't know how to disc.
Remember, for disc, both thumbs up. Wrists rotation are the most important thing. So, one hand in front, thumbs up. The other, aim tapped your elbow, thumbs up. Position is always less important than the wrist rotation. And if you're a little bit too slow, that the upward momentum has ended and it gets its forward momentum, then it will just stop in the air like normal. Make sure your hands are really aiming upwards for the parry. So not in an angle. It's all about the wrist rotation. Now, one of the nice things about knowing this combo is, especially if you fight charged players that are way too used to doing the basic charged straight walls, because if you first dismantle my attack with an explode disc, so first an explode disc, those people often panic and then decide, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna do an ungrounded one now. But now their feet are unprotected.
Okay. I can just get it.
Don't worry. Like that. Once you get good at that, you can basically spam it fast enough that they sometimes even panic. Oh, I'm getting hit at my feet, so I'm gonna ground it. But they're too addicted to holding, so they hold, you unground, they hold again, you hit their feet, they ground, hold again, it gets ungrounded. I have had a person that I completely killed only with
Just from
disc
discs.
explode, low disc. It
Oh, wow.
was way too funny. They were panicking so much because they basically had just one move that they did over and over.
Okay.
But yeah, also a nice move to practice for a bit. And eventually you can get it... Okay, I'm looking at it right now, but you can basically spend it really fast if you're... I basically didn't do it for a while anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's how you learn.
Nice. And I would say maybe it's nice to have a sparring session again, and then I'll teach you some other stuff.
Okay.
I pushed you off with that.
I got water bended.
Oop.
Oh.
Yeah, you were the client at the moment.
Well, I have the same ping as a host, so I thought it would work.
Yes, but it's still a lot harder. Even
You
with
win.
very good ping, it's still a lot harder to fly on a client. But there are some flight setups meant for clients.
Really?
Since you also wanted to know things about flying, one of the flight setups for client, quite simply
Oh.
hold based. This doesn't work on host, by the way, but you can still
Oh, yeah.
practice it. You're just going to bump into it instead of mounting it. But you make sure it's a little bit higher with a kick. Parry will help create the timing, although it is possible to do it without the parry
Without
at all.
parry.
I'm personally not good at it.
This is the most I can do.
And for some host flight, oh, nice. One of the very easy ways to just get started with a flick only, in my opinion, you're just gonna shove it a little bit to the side and then jump.
I don't
You-
have flow stone.
You only have to do. I'm basically doing the movements with my arms without holding something. So flick, and you do this motion.
Oh no.
I don't know what the chicken jockey is, to be honest. So, I don't know. I don't even know if I can do it myself.
What's that?
I don't know. They're talking about chicken jockey, which I know is a flight combo. You want to shove it a little bit more to the side. That's basically not touching you when you jump. You do want to do it fast. Basically, the moment you shove it away is the moment you jump.
Oh.
If you wait until it's to the side and then jump, well, then it's touching you already. You want the momentum of swinging your arms to make sure it's not touching you. And it doesn't have to be far, because it's only a little bit. But yeah, I cannot. Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is not the best map to practice
Yeah.
flight on. We can rematch to hopefully get the
You win.
other map, the pit map.
You can fly on disc.
If you do the requeue first, then you are going to be the host. 3, 2, 1. The hold flight you showed, but with disc. Oh, okay. Did not know that was called chicken jockey. I think. Wrong map. Oh well.
Oh. Oh, now you're
At least I know what the chicken jockey is now. Chet told me. It's basically the client flight method, but with a disc.
What?
That's the chicken jockey. On a disc, you can fly, but the only current known method there is client flight. On host, it doesn't work.
Oh. I thought I grounded it.
And still, when you do the shoving to the side, you don't have to do a very wide shoving, just a little bit, but make sure you jump immediately. So, shove and jump.
How do you control flick?
Well, currently you're not mounting it properly yet. So you're basically mostly pushing yourself to the side. Don't wait until you see it over there. Seriously, it's the tiniest movement, but jump immediately. If you wait with the jump, it's only going to be harder. Yes, like that. Almost. Still, we're gonna try again for the other map after this.
Okay.
The thing is, if you're waiting too long, you're just going to hit the wrong side instead of the side you actually want to stand on. again. Jump faster. Don't worry too much about the shove. Yes, yes, almost was on the right side of the cube. Currently, you're always touching this side instead of this side.
The top side. No. All right.
Maybe it's better if I start as a host, then I can at least show you how it looks.
You
how it
win.
should look and how it looks when you are too slow. And then I can try to get him to do some client flight. Maybe I should teach him some controlled flight. A bit easier to start with. Let's first hope on the right map. And alright, we got the right map. Alright, I'm the host now, so I can show you the mounts, how it should look. So the only thing I do is very small shove to the side. If I do it way too slow, I'm usually just gonna hit myself, or it's going to push me at the wrong side. So just a very small. Okay, was a little bit too slow there. I'm still not good at flick flight, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Although I should be better than this. I should be way better than this. Okay, come on. I at least need to be able to jump. Yeah, also let's get you to do some...
Yeah.
Yes. You had it for a little moment. Now you just have to make sure you're not losing your hold. One thing that is important is once you do the hold, disengage the pose. Because if you hold and do the hold again, you're just gonna let go. So you want to make sure that once you do the hold, disengage the pose. And still with the motion, it can also break the hold. Not too sure what to advise on the motion based.
Yeah. Just careful with it, I guess.
You can also do some training while by putting up a structure like this and use that as practice. I would say the easiest thing to do to disengage the pose is moving away your offhand. The reason why the hand's holding, you don't want to move it too violently, otherwise the pose might, the hold might break.
Well, you can try to flick flight in the midnight.
Okay, I really need to spend some time at this again.
Oh. Hey, you got it.
But yeah, if you do it right, then you're... I think wall's better to start with, by the way. I personally had a lot more trouble with walls in the beginning, but we can try. You can basically do the same thing, but with a wall.
Oh.
Or I guess, usually they, when they do, walls work worse with Barry. Oh. But a type of flight I'm way better at on host. I currently want to teach a bit more flick flight because it has a little bit more potential. But controlled flight, where you do flick and hold together, is a lot easier in my opinion. Although people vary on if it's easier or not. In my opinion, it is. Yeah, it's going to be really hard on client. Although there is a trick to do it on client, and that's when you do the jump, you immediately raise the hand holding it, raise that up. But it's going to be hard on client.
Yeah. Well.
But I can at least get you to do controlled flight and hold flight, which is almost just as easy on host. I guess I'm just not good enough to teach flick flight. Although one thing that is a bit easier to do with flick, which is quite useful, is quite the same. But you do dash jump. It's not really flying.
Oh. Okay, I can usually do this.
Use the straight jump.
Yeah.
I've never really... Come on, old man. I, as a beginner, have done satellite. I don't know what satellite is, and yeah, I should be way better at flick stuff. I just, for some reason, I'm not that motivated to use it myself, even though I love seeing it. I don't know why.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
I mean, oh,
Try to imagine as if you're still standing on the ground. If you're too focused on I'm in the air, you're just gonna miss your poses.
oh. You don't even have to like be near the cube. Kind of. Cat.
Wall cube, wall stacked. I've seen that one a few times before, but don't know what the exact setup is to basically do that. It kinda just looks like I don't know. I have no clue how. Oh wait, of course it's and then and I guess yeah, I don't know how you make sure to flick that. But I would say let's make you host for a moment, and then we're gonna let you get some controlled flight.
Oh, you could have killed me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that would have been faster.
Yes.
Okay, you're faster at killing yourself.
Achievement unlocked.
You win.
What an accomplishment, yeah.
Ah, you're also seeing the chat now. Nice.
Sorry. I was able to do licks. Okay. Whole flight earlier in the park, but I don't know.
Something that for me felt easier to do that specific combo, by the way. For some reason, that combo works a lot better for me if I dash with the hand holding and then switch to jump. Don't know why, but for me that made it so much more easy. So you dash with the hand holding, but you jump with the other. So just first practice without holding something. Just dash, jump.
Oh. Oh yeah. I need to charge my headset 1 second. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, yeah, it works. It's so weird though.
Yeah, I don't know why. It doesn't make sense why that makes it so much easier. But for me, it made it so much easier.
How do you find out about this?
Basically, I wanted to practice a bit more ambidextrous play and got confused while trying to do stuff left-handed. So I mixed up left and right at the same time. And
What?
for some reason it got easier. So I decided, oh wait, let's
Yeah,
just
just do one. this, one-
continue that way. Why not?
Okay, yeah. Oh.
But yeah, let's get you to some controlled flight. You flick and hold the cube. Oh, yeah. Well, you had some flight there.
Right, kind of bit.
Nice! Nice! I would say, just continue what you were doing there.
Not controlled a tiny bit, but like I don't like using it.
Just remember the hand you jump with is the hand you control the angle with, while the hand you are holding it with is the one you do the positioning with. So if you want to raise up high fast, the hand
Then
holding
you raise.
raise it up. If you don't want to fly up so high, you keep that hand low.
But you can't go down.
Nice. Now, remember, if you want to go forward, the hand up
Yeah.
is the angle. So the best way to think of it is as if this is a joystick, and you're pushing yourself forward in with the joystick.
Okay.
And if
And
you
this is
want to
just-
make a corner, the easiest way is always going forward, but rotate your whole body. So you're going forward and rotate your whole body. That makes it often a lot easier to actually.
I
Don't
can't
be too
jump.
focused on what you're holding. Just forget you're holding it. Yes, good.
Okay, maybe.
Try to
I should
keep
use
the
it.
hand holding it a bit lower. You're flying up a bit too fast. Again, don't think too much about the cube. Otherwise you're just going to panic. Yes, good, good.
Oh,
And you're out of the ring.
I didn't think I went so high.
Now the nice thing about this setup, you can also do dash jump. So try to do the same thing, but now dash and then jump. Again, don't focus too much on the cube. Just ignore it.
Dash. Oh.
So yeah, that is a
mean-
way to quickly go to the other side of the battlefield.
Could just.
It is a bit harder to control though.
You
And
could
now
just
also a nice thing,
like this.
almost all skills you're doing here with controlled flight also basically works with hold flight.
Let's flick.
So hold
Oh.
something and just do the exact same thing you were doing before. Do it without the dash, just the jump.
Oh. Well, you can't rotate though.
You have no control over the rotation. You only have control over the position. And with the position, you can basically still
Sorry.
move yourself around. But control over where you're going is a lot harder. Basically, if you want to go forward instead of backwards, you want to make
Move it
sure...
backwards.
Yeah, you want to make sure you're standing on the front of the cube. How do you stand on the front of the cube? Pull the cube as far backwards as possible.
Okay.
It's not about the speed of your hands. Relax. It's all about fluent movements.
Yeah. I lost it.
Sorry. Threw
Oh.
my cube against you. You want to make sure though that you're not already pushing yourself with the cube. So keep your base pose
Oh no.
Ooh.
no.
a little bit wide. Because
Yeah.
if
so
it's
I gotta
already
keep it
pushing
far
you,
away.
then you're just going to be pushed to the side. Well, if it's not touching you when you're jumping, then
You
you're just
win.
going to be able to mount on the top of it.
Oh, okay. What's controlled hold on?
I don't know. I really don't know what... But yeah, if it's already touching me and basically pushing me to the side, it's most likely going to push me to the side when I'm flying as well. Well, if I keep my base pose slightly wider than I'm used to, there's a gap between me and the structure. And
How do you hold it without being pushed? Like, no matter what,
keep your base
like
pose wider.
it's touching me.
Keep your base pose wider. Currently, what is wrong is you're not having hold at all. You're only having
Oh.
flick. You're holding it with your right hand, but trying to put it to your left side. Yeah, of course it's not gonna work like that.
Oh man, I was sure that was gonna work.
Uh,
Yeah,
First
I
of
don't
all,
think I can do it in
don't look so
client.
much to your hand, and don't be in a panic like I need to quickly. No, seriously, you can do it really slowly. Just look how slow I'm doing my poses. There's no hurry. Again, when you're trying to jump, you're immediately, oh, I have to be fast again. Oh, just relax. And you lost your hold, by the way.
Oh,
Although currently you are client, so you're not going to be able
doesn't
to
matter.
mount. But yeah, hold breaks easily. So be aware that flick, it stays on it. But if the position feels weird, and it's usually your hold broke, you have to apply hold again. And yeah, relax. There's nothing you have to hurry about.
Wow. What other things do you know?
Well, one thing that I really want to see more people use, although it's especially strong with charge stone, but it's also really
Chambering?
useful without, and that's chambering, where you hold
Oh,
something, but you attack with something else. And currently, after the first attack, my charge is already used up. But it's still useful. Because currently, you are attacking with something. But if I try to attack back, you had a cube where
oh.
you could defend yourself with.
Yeah.
The attack was a little bit too fast to and without warning, so of course it.
It's fine, it's fine.
But yeah, you hold something, but attack with something else. And you can hold as many structures as you want as well. The only thing is, the more structures you are holding, the harder it becomes. One of the easiest structures to practice this with is a pillar. The structure you are looking at has priority. And that's also the reason why if you spawn a ball spawns right in your face. So that is going to have priority. Oh yeah, you can also move yourself with structures. One of the combos that works really well with that is the broomstick. I'm not really good at doing broomstick attacks, but basically a flicked pillar that you push yourself.
Oh.
Shown control. 3 cubes in a row. Hold the right cube with the right hand and left cube with the left hand and middle with both.
Isn't that the 3-body problem?
No. Free body problem has 3 different kinds of control. For example, flick control, hold control, and a puppet master.
Control. Oh.
And doing left hold and right hold and both holds doesn't count for it because they all count as hold. I don't make the rules for those kind of things, but that's the rules they decided on. But yeah, 3 cubes in a row. Let's see. Okay, basically hold. It needs to be ungrounded, of course. Otherwise,
you
it doesn't.
can't hold the cube with both hands.
I hold it with both hands. Can only work on ungrounded structures. And there is a good use for it. Because, as you can see, if I move around my hand, it currently has a little bit of delay when it's moving. Well, if I hold with both hands, the hold strength is doubled. So it's way more responsive. Which has...
So it's just more powerful.
It has 2 uses. One of the use is holding something in both hands results in a flick-like position. The other advantage is you're increasing the strength of your movements, which is really powerful with the cliff cannon. Although I'm really bad at the cliff cannon, I only get some good cliff cannons, but that's where you hold a boulder with 2 hands, and in an
You
A-frame,
win.
you move your arms and then push with your wrists at the end. And if you do it right, you can basically throw a boulder from one side of the battlefield all the way to the other side at an enormous speed.
I can do it with one hand.
Yeah, but this is going to be a lot stronger, as you can see.
Oh.
It is quite hard to do this.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
see.
that's a cliff cannon. And that's using the fact that both holds result in double the elasticity. Ooh, nice! Nice parry! Really nice parry!
Well, on house I can parry normally. I don't know how to mount it. What are you talking by the way?
Hmm?
Oh, never mind, never mind.
Maybe let's teach you some more creative attacks. Have you heard about the railgun?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's chopper it, I guess.
Yeah, you have to make sure your attack is ungrounded. There is something called grounded railgun where you can keep it grounded, but it's really finicky and quite buggy.
I don't know. I never found the use of railguns because it takes so long to set up. So you can just...
Oh, it takes long to set up. Really? Well, that is no problem because currently I'm keeping you busy with various attacks, and now I have my railgun ready. Ah, kinda ruined my railgun over there. But there are setups where speed really doesn't matter. Because you can keep your opponent busy. Why did I ground that? Stop wiggling. But yeah, if everything was normal and I didn't ground it, well, that didn't actually railgun there.
Lost them.
But yeah, I keep my opponent busy, slowly building up more and more. Things don't always work as you intend to, though. Of course, that's quite a normal thing here. And then when you feel ready,
Whoa.
you have a railgun.
Okay. I didn't know it could go that fast.
It can go infinitely fast.
That was like a single frame.
Yes, it went fast. The more pillars, the better. Basically,
Faster.
every pillar multiplies the speed.
What
But
about
now the
walls?
nice thing is you can even make multiple rows. So you can, for example, multiply by 3, and then multiply by 3, multiply by 3, and keep doing that until something goes so incredibly fast, it makes no sense at all.
It's exponential.
If you place it in multiple railgun rows, yes, it is. Although that's not something you would actually do in battle. But in actual battle there are multiple railguns that do work nice.
Oh.
For example that. That was quite fast to set up, right?
Yeah. What was that?
Now, what I did over there was, by the way, one of the toaster railguns, where you railgun from below. Because the setup is quite hard to make, but there are 2 places where your setup is always perfect, and that's on top, because the pillars are just as long, so it's always aligned, but also the bottom. And if you topple something, well, you raise up the bottoms at the same time. So the bottoms are perfectly aligned.
Then you just gotta punch it.
What I do there is a kick straight. So pillar, then a wall, and then when the pillars are falling, I do kick straight to make the wall meet the falling pillars.
Oh, I see.
Right. A little bit too fast. You really have to wait until the pillars are falling down.
Oh, what? I landed beside it. And apart from railgun, do you have any other things like...
That's a bit too wide.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry.
That's too wide as well.
That would have worked probably. Nice. And now one of the easiest railguns to learn, by the way, is you're just gonna stand still, do pillar, uppercut, pillar, uppercut, because as you can see, an uppercut doesn't make you move. So the down sides are also perfectly aligned here. And then you stropper a cube against it. Uppercut. Then look in between. And then stropper the cube. Or if you still don't feel comfortable with stropper, you can do uppercut straight. That's a bit too wide. You can recycle almost any situation into a railgun.
Oh. Okay. Just put up.
Minimal movements. Remember, keep your hand close to your body. Don't overextend.
That's a pillar.
And for this combo, you don't want to move around. If you're moving around, you're ruining the perfect setup.
Oh yeah.
There you go. With practice, eventually you can see everywhere there's just a railgun. For example, those pillars that are laying over there, well, there are multiple railguns I can just do on them. For example, railgunning from above there. And even pillars that are really badly aligned like this, I can railgun. I just need to adjust my wall to be in the same direction. Was slightly off, so that stopped.
Oh, what?
Yeah, if you do a failed railgun, where there is a slight difference in when it hits, then it gets triggered a dead stop. Because after a hit stop, there's a short time when a structure is invincible. And that invincible frame makes sure that the structure that is invincible cannot break, but also a structure hitting it cannot break. Both structures cannot break at all.
Oh.
You can use that to your advantage as well. For example, stasis uses hit stop as well, but it works slightly differently. One thing I mean is, for example, there's a pillar here, and for example, a wall or a boulder is coming towards me. If I just send a disc at the right timing to hit the pillar is in hit stop. So no matter what happens, the boulder or wall will not be able to break this pillar. But it requires quite some timing.
Was that a 4 combo hit?
That was a 4 combo hit indeed. That was kick, straight, upper, kick.
Wait. Kick, straight. Wait, kick, straight,
well,
upper.
you know the kick, straight, upper already. It is going to be really hard to do the final kick though. Try to do minimal movements with your hands. So no wide movements, minimal movements. Although I'm not going to expect you to able to do it here.
Yeah, I don't think
Four,
we will.
four hits are a lot harder, and not even talking about 5 hits at the moment. If I can even do my... Yeah, I can do my 5 hits here.
There are 5 hit combos?
Yeah, 5 hits combos. Nothing that special.
I would say casually.
Just a 5 hit combo there. Uppercut, kick, straight, uppercut, kick. It's basically the hardest hit combo there is, because currently we don't know any 6 hit combos. 5 hits are the max. And not many people can actually do a 5 hit combo.
So you're very special.
We can make it a little bit easier. If you really want to practice this, first practice it on this. Don't worry too much about speed. Because it's not really that fast of a combo actually. It's all about efficiency of your hands. The only thing that needs to be fast is the last hit. The stropper you really want to do with as minimal movement as possible, otherwise you're going to be too late for the kick at the end.
Oh. What?
And you want to practice it on a wall and not a cube. Because cubes are so much so much lighter that they leave your area a lot faster. Although it is possible on... But a wall is going to be easier and more useful. But yeah, kick straight upper kick. It is a bit extreme, but it is a very good anti-aerial. It's basically just it's a literal wall in the air.
Airplane.
Don't worry. I don't mind. With ping you can have a lot of hits in your combo. That's true. Basically, if you really want to learn kick straight upper kick, it's better when you're the client of the match instead of the host. Because, have you ever played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild?
No, but I know what you're referencing.
Yeah, the stasis ability there is
Yeah.
basically as if you're charging up the attacks on the structure before it moves away. You can basically climbing. You can compare to the stasis in Breath of the Wild. You get extra time to do your combos.
Yeah. Well, I have a ping mod actually. So you're at 100 ping at the moment, and you can do 5 combos.
I can do it on host, but
No.
I am not good at it yet. Because I'm not even good at it at client yet. But I can do it. And I would say maybe... Well, I guess at least around 10 can do 5-hit combos. I would say it's probably close to 20 people. And luckily I'm one of them, but I am not at the point I can actually use Team Battle. But at least I can do it! Yay!
A heart.
Aww. Thank you.
The hell?
But I can help you learn some more stuff, and maybe a bit more stuff that is practical in all kinds of situations. So, let's get you some movement. Because good movement
Oh,
helps a lot.
okay.
Yeah, but we're going to keep it simpler than even a disc jump.
Oh,
Because there are 2 movement ways that are just the basics, but you really want to master it. And that's mastering how to sprint and mastering how to multitask while dashing. Now, if you sprint, you want to always keep eye contact. That's the nice thing about sprint. You can sprint everywhere while keeping eye contact. So you can always know what your opponent is doing. You never have to look away while you're doing something. Now also, a nice thing is, if you get used to when you do the left sprint pose, then you can do a quick combo and then go to right sprint. So left, straight,
there's
right
a
sprint.
different in the sprint poses?
Yes,
Just
there
looks
is a
like a bit.
difference between left sprint and right sprint. Only
I just
one
move my
difference.
hands up and down.
The left sprint is not a sprint pose you can use to start a sprint, while right sprint is the start pose. So right is starting, left is continuing. But the nice thing
Okay.
is, if you can start a sprint, you can basically start a sprint endlessly. And the nice thing about this is called the pillar run, or also nowadays known as a domain expansion. If you go
Oh
to
yeah, Blizzard did it on me.
base pose and then pillar pose, well, pillar is almost the same as sprint. There's an actual overlap. Yeah, that was a free pillar. It will take some practice. I would say the easiest way to get used to this is first do normal sprint, and when you intend to do the right hand upwards, you first go back to base pose and spawn one pillar. Just only worry about spawning one pillar. So when you do left, then you go to spawn a pillar. Left, spawn a pillar. And don't worry if you lose your momentum at first. It's all about getting used to be able to spawn the pillar whenever you want.
That's a lot of railguns, I see.
Yeah, basically, when you do a pillar run and you're good at railguns, you can actually see all kinds of railgun setups standing around, and yeah. That's also a reason why railguns are really interesting. Well, the setup takes long, but there can already be a setup. So you don't have to set up anything because there is already a setup.
Okay. So.
But yeah, this is something you should definitely practice. It can help a lot. And this is also something you really want to practice with anything. So also with... Nice! When you sprint...
I don't even move this hand.
You should...
yeah,
you can rotate... you only have to rotate it.
Yeah, that made a lot of noise. What was that?
Yeah, that was a Devil's Rod railgun.
Wow.
Oh, it got that stopped. But yeah, just clearing a little bit of space again. But now also let's get you a bit more power with your dashes. Because the nice thing with dash compared to pillars, compared to sprinting, is once you start a dash, you're just gonna continue no matter what. So, yes, dash, spawn something. And especially if you do dash, spawn something, and spawn something again.
Oh.
Although my attempt was failed there because I really wanted to do a full cannonball. But yeah, this way you're moving, so you're going to be a hard target. You're also protecting yourself with a wall, which is also ammunition to use later, and you're attacking. So when you dash, you really want to multitask.
Okay. And if I air dash, like dash jump,
Well,
or should
I
I
would
just
say
not do that?
dash jumps are definitely amazing at some stuff, but the hard thing is you cannot change your direction. So it's going to be predictable unless you have flowstone, of course. Then you can change the direction, but still, I would say don't over-rely on dash jumps because you're easy to punish. But if you do a dash jump, sprint is nice because you can pre-sprint your arms and you keep your
Oh.
momentum. And because of that, you can basically just land and pre-sprint, and you're moving around already. And if you also do the pillar run, you can immediately spawn pillars. Then when you finally go back to dashing, you can immediately do setups again. So,
Can you teach me how to slingshot?
slingshot. Well, basic slingshot is really easy. Just hold and change into a straight. And if you do it on something that is on your side, it gets a lot of extra force. So compared to a straight, it went double the distance.
What?
Stand next to it, hold straight. Not that hard.
Yeah.
Don't be focused on the structure. Always keep your eyes on the
Look
target where you want to attack to. And also try it from your other side, because that requires a lot more practice.
Sorry.
Don't worry. I don't care about battle points and things like that anyway. So feel free
Yeah, same. Thank you.
to hit me. Give yourself the time. Even if it just falls on the ground and it's just on the ground, it's still a useful attack. So give yourself some time. Don't be in a panic. Just let it fall down. The only way this attack is not useful is if you're too fast, because then it's just going to go over your opponent instead of against. But you cannot be too late, because even if it falls all the way to the ground, it's still useful.
Well, if he's in the air,
If he's in the air, then it's something else. But in that case, you don't want to put explode on it, then you just want to do different attacks. For example, ball uppercut or ball straight uppercut. That's, by the way, ball uppercut kick.
oh,
Which is very good anti-aerial. Give yourself some time. Remember, if you fail, give yourself a moment to rest. Think about the combo. Don't be in a hurry to try again, otherwise you're just gonna try the exact same failure again.
Hey.
Looking good. But yeah, now with slingshots, there's something interesting, and that's when you want to do slingshot stropper, which is a lot harder. I still am not fully confident in it, but it's a lot faster. But the way you want to do a slingshot stropper cut is a little bit different, because you first want to relearn the stropper cut in a different way. And that's because currently I've shown you how to do a stropper cut from below.
Oh, sorry.
You can also do it with a pre-pose from upwards. And of course, I immediately fail when I try to show it around. But with this pre-pose, the upwards one, you want to imagine it like you're grabbing a leaf out of the air. It's not about speed. Yes, yes, good. It's all about the fluent movements. Yeah, where the other starting pose was interesting because you can do kick straight upper in kick straight upper in the same motion. With this
you can do
hold and this pre-pose are the same for your right hand.
That's a bit harder.
It is a bit harder, but it is one of the strongest attacks there is. The slingshot stropper. So it's really wise to learn stropper from below, for kick straight upper for example, and from above, so you can do a slingshot stropper.
So master everything, you say?
Basically yes. And currently I'm still busy trying to master this. Some days I have a lot of success and some days like today, I'm struggling with it.
Hey.
Nice. But I would say, I think I've given you enough to practice. Let's do one more sparring match and then I'm just gonna log off.
Okay.
And that's enough cleared. Alright. Oops.
Okay, well,
Yeah, who
this
cares?
is fine. Oh, oh. Okay. Sorry, I don't like doing that.
I don't mind. You can really do whatever you want against me. I still rolled back.
No. Oh no. What? Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ah,
You
bad
killed
landing.
yourself, I think.
Yeah, I made a bad landing.
Oh.
You lose.
But yeah, hopefully you learned some stuff. Feel free to ask for me again.
Yeah, thank you.
But seriously, you're doing quite well.
Well, I've only been playing matches, so I think my BP is higher than like my actual skill.
Yeah, but you have been playing matches against people of higher than your skill, including, for example, Blitzar. And yeah, that is pushing you to your limit to evolve fast. Still works.
Yeah. Wow. This has been a great session. Thank you.
No problem at all. Bye bye.
It's been 2 hours. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
man.
time goes fast when you have fun.
Well, hope you have a great day,
Bye
and
bye.
I'll definitely message you again. Well, it'll take a few days because now I've got things to practice.
Yeah,
But
you don't have
thank
to
you.
be in a hurry. I don't always have time either, and there are quite a few people who also asked to have a match with me soon. So to the
Oh yeah.
point where I often forget all the people who have asked me before. Sorry.
I'll schedule with you then. 2
But
weeks
yeah, don't
ahead is
worry.
fine.
If you want to have a match or want to have a training session or anything, feel free to send me a message. Especially if you see me streaming, just hop in my chat, ask, "Hey, can I join you?" So yeah,
Oh, okay. Thank
bye
you.
bye.
Have a great day.
Bye bye, everyone.